Hi, I'm Heike from Cordeur, and today I want to demonstrate how easy it is to make your own arrangement in your kitchen that looks like it was made by a professional. Flowers are super expensive, and I really want to just show you today that there's some simple things you can do that can get you another 3 to 4 days out of your flowers that are cost effective and super easy to apply. The first step in making sure that your flowers last a maximum period in your house is in the preparation of the water. So obviously you fill your vase with normal tap water, and then the secret is adding a little bit of soda to it. So I like to use Sprite because it has no color. Obviously you can use any soda because it's basically just about the sugar content in the soda. And for some reason, and I don't know if there's any truth in it, but I feel like the bubbles help because I don't get the same result if I just add normal sugar from the jar. So half a bottle of soda. And then the other thing when it comes to your water is just to make sure that you change your water quite regularly. So in my house, I would change the water about every 48 hours or 2 to 3 days. Putting fresh water in just make sure that your flowers stay fresh for longer. I personally love it to combine store-bought flowers, such as these beautiful tulips and roses, with flowers either picked from my garden or just somewhere in the neighborhood. The first step when you start building this beautiful arrangement for your home is to start with your greenery. This is where you can get nice big pieces of greenery so you can really create that size that we're after. These beauties I just picked across the road. And with anything, before you put in the water, you really just need to give it a small cut at an angle. This will help the flowers and the greenery absorb more water, and that way they stay much more fresh for much longer. Really don't be scared of using a lot of greenery and getting some really nice massive texture into your vase before you start with your flowers. When you're done with your greenery, that's when the fun stuff starts. That's when we start adding the beautiful colorful flowers to our arrangement. I find that if you start with your big flowers first and work towards your smaller flowers, that you get the best balance out of your arrangement. So today I'm going to start with my bougainvillea. I was able to pick some nice big pieces from my own garden as well as my neighbor's garden. And this is going to help fill my arrangement and give me that size that I'm after in terms of color. Another tip is just to remove all the leaves and flowers from the stems that are going to touch the water. This is just to help keep the water nice and clean. And when your water is clean, your flowers stay fresh. Just lovely. And really just don't be scared of size and going bigger than what feels comfortable for your house. The bigger, the better. So once I'm happy with one type of flower, I go on to the next one, and I'm still on my big flowers. And these two beautiful stelitzias are going to be my second type of flower that I'm adding. I'm also a massive supporter of local flowers. And when we've got these incredible varieties of protea, I just feel it's always appropriate to add some local floral into our arrangements. This beautiful hibiscus is also from the garden. Because I picked these literally this morning, I don't necessarily have to cut them again, but if you did pick them a while ago, you bought them from the store, just remember to give them a small trim at the bottom. And I'm going to add my last stelizia. What I'm always aware of as well when I do my own arrangements is not to scatter the flowers too much, but to more cluster the flowers together. So sticking with the same variety of flowers in the same area of your vase. With store-bought flowers like these roses, it's so important to remember to trim them and prune them at the bottom. I also like to open my roses a little bit. That just gives them a bit of a bigger size and just makes them look a little bit more like garden flowers, which I absolutely love. And again, just a reminder to remove all the leaves that might touch the water. So I also love to cluster my colors together. So I try and put all my oranges together, fading into pinks, instead of trying to spread them out all over the place. This gives a bit more of a modern feel to something. And then another tip is to cut your flowers different lengths so that some of the flowers are in a bit deeper and some of them are popping out a little bit more. Again, just a little tip to keep it fresh and different. And then one of my favorite flowers or varieties of flowers are these beautiful tulips that you can buy from the supermarket. Again, just remember to cut. And with these you actually don't have to remove the leaves because the leaves form part of the stem. And then something I love doing with them, which not many people do, is to actually open the tulip up. And you have to be very, very gentle when you're doing that because they are so fragile and their little petals are so soft. But I mean, just look at that. It's like sunrise. And also these guys can pop out. They are magic. They are the heroes of your arrangement. So let them shine. When it comes to home arrangements, you know, there's no rules. Anything goes. If you love something and you want to add it to your arrangement, then you do that. So my arrangement is very yellow, orangey, pinky at the moment, but I've got these beautiful purple herbal flowers and I'm going to add them, even though they don't make sense in terms of the color scheme right now. I also love working with flowers that actually smells like something. And that's what's so great when you combine your store-bought flowers, which ordinarily won't have a scent, with your garden pig flowers, because these guys are, smell amazing. So whether I'm doing flowers for myself in my kitchen or I'm in my studio doing flowers for my clients, I am in heaven. I absolutely enjoy every single second of it. I wish you guys can smell the fragrances coming from this arrangement. It's so therapeutic. I feel like I play every day. I've never seen this as a job. And I know that our clients and our brides and the people that actually ultimately experience what we create get the same sense of happiness from this. And that is such a blessing.